revitalizing the spirit, restoring our community. Urban Family Talk.
To those who are being troubled or being plagued by fatherlessness, being plagued by criminal influences. Growing up in New Orleans, you can't throw a rock without hitting the drug house, crack house somewhere, in the cities. So how do you see the unfolding of the answer within these particular urban environments?
Quickly, man, you took the words out of my mouth when you said fatherlessness in single-parent homes. I think at the core of what we're trying to address is putting families back together, introducing them to the order that God has, which also is a testament to what my wife was saying about restoring order in the family and in the house, because a lot of, and we know what the statistics say about some kid going to college, how it's increased when there's a father in the home, how they're less likely to get involved in criminal behavior. Mm-hmm. So that's why we don't just focus on youth. We focus on all the things that the ecology around that young person. But I think that, and you said this, dark only prevails where light is not present. And so we have to make sure that we are out being active. And so there is a particular population in New Orleans, and I would venture to say across the nation, when you're between the age of 15 and 25 years old, in particular a young African-American man, have written you off. There are programs for just about everyone else, but not for this group. And they figure they're either going to put you in jail or end your life some type of way so that you won't have to be dealt with. But God has placed it in my heart to tackle what seems to be a giant to some other people. And what we're doing is trying to dive into those young people's lives, find out what it is that God has created them to do, introducing them to that purpose, and also at the same time teaching them what it means to be a godly man and a godly woman. So when they do go and get married and procreate, they begin to perpetuate the kingdom living and a standard and live a life that's purposeful. No matter what their occupation is, they are doing it to the glory of God. And so I think that in a nutshell is what we're doing. So a lot of time figuring out what it is that God created you to do, finding out who your creator is, finding out why he created you, and then going out and do those things, and then coming back and teaching others how to do those things.
Truth. We're about wisdom. We're about empowerment. Urban Family Talk.